So we will have now on the parallel session, developing daily management to provide better value to customers. So that's one of the options in the parallel session. We also have two things that will strengthen the sustainment of your lean transformation. So that's also an option in the parallel session. And here on the main stage, we have a specific case from Brazil, from Sitio Barreiras. Olá. I will pass on to Bruno Batalha and the team. They will be talking about people-centric, intelligent, decentralized management. Bruno, I will leave you on stage.
Thank you, Christopher. Hello, everyone. I'm Bruno from Brazil. I'm very happy to be here with Fábio and Felipe, and they will share with us a very deep and interesting case. I hope you enjoy. And so now, Fábio and Felipe, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you want to share your screen, Felipe. Yeah.
It's okay?
Yeah, now we can see. Okay.
Good to go.
I'm Fábio. I'm the director of Sitio Barreiras.
And I'm Felipe Regis. I am the production manager at Sitio Barreiras. And I'm Fábio's son.
Today's biggest challenge is changing people's behavior in companies. We have changed the power hierarchy into a mission hierarchy. By humanizing the work environment, we make lean tools more efficient.
We believe that the most important aspect to develop in this changing world is humanization. I'm very happy to work in a company that applies the lean principles, and it's even better to work with a human-based management system. We have been working on Sitio Barreiras since 1996. Actually, at that time, Fábio was at my age, and at that time, here in the northern state of Ceará of Brazil, things were very different, as here was a very undeveloped place, and people had very few access to money and very few access to information. But Fábio has always been very dreamer, and he decided to handle the full fruit supply chain. So now we do the production. We have 2 banana farms and 1 cocoa farm. We do the transportation. So we have 2 distribution companies. And also we do the service within the supermarkets. Our mission is to produce and distribute quality fruit, respecting the environment and promoting the social development. We have a management system focused on results and based on human values. We are now 741 employees, and more than a banana business, we are an environment for developing people. The big problem that requires more from companies is that the world has changed significantly. Until last century, the world was simpler, controllable, predictable, slow, and stable. And now the world has become increasingly more faster, unpredictable, and harder to control. At that time, the institutions were based on culture. Family, school, and work functioned predictably. And people and families had similar behaviors and ambitions to their parents. There were no significant changes between generations. And this also happened in the work environment. In modern times, the concept of culture has lost relevance. It is fluid. mainly to the increased mobility as people travel much more, and as the advent of the mobile phones. So now everyone has the opportunity to see what's going on in every place of the world. And it has changed people's behavior. In the past, cultural norms made relationships more straightforward and predictable. Companies had strict hierarchies with clear lines of authority and control. A strong sense of honor prevailed, leading individuals to respect and follow the supervisor's guidance, resulting in more predictable behavior and role fulfillment.
The new generation don't accept the hierarchy.
So now we need to access each individual understanding their feelings. Each person will be treated individually to develop their potential. They are no longer a common element of a community. They are respected as individuals, and we believe that if our goal is shared, our difference will become our strengths. So, autonomy is the heart of our approach. Trusting each employee to take ownership and make decisions in the area of expertise. We use the Managerial Basic Unit concept, BMU. They are small enterprises with defined missions, executing activities autonomously, responsible for results measured by indicators.
We have many kinds of BMU. We have in farm and in services.
Like the harvest BMU or the packing BMU, also the truck drivers BMUs, and the supermarkets promoters within the supermarkets, and the intelligence nucleus is another BMU.
Any kind of service can be made by a BMU.
And you have more than 80 BMUs, right?
Yes, at the moment we have 89 BMUs.
Nice.
So we use the managerial, sorry. So our management system is focused on results and based on human values. Each small enterprise is evaluated in 3 aspects. The first managerial aspect indicates the stage of organization, like the 5S, the Kaizen, and the professional training. And the technical aspect, it indicates the achievement of the mission. They are measured through the technical indicators, like quality and productivity. And the third aspect is the human aspect, and it indicates the level of maturity. This third aspect is a very particular aspect of Sitio Barreiras. And I ask you, have you ever heard about a company that manages the human aspect? We have decided to use it because throughout it, we can ensure that everyone is engaged with the company's mission. Okay. For process autonomy, we developed a system where each important activity has defined goals, flow charts, and documentation, periodically audited. There are 276 standard operation procedures, mapped and periodically audited. All records of the execution of activities are made by the employees themselves on the SPS app, eliminating the supervision needs. There is no supervision of people or supervision of activities. As you can see in this picture, the person who is executing the activity is inputting the information. Weekly or monthly, meetings are organized by staff, generating corrective actions when necessary, accomplishing the achieved goals, and negotiating next targets. This is also the moment to evaluate proposed improvements. So autonomy in the collection of operational data and responsibility for the results. Our well-structured 5S system ensures quality of life through the work environment. It's a decentralized, with each business unit having its 5S committee. We have 473 weekly or monthly audited areas and 99 auditors. This represents 15% of employees. Our 5S philosophy is quality of life from the work environment. It's primarily an education system, developing discipline, making people more evolved personally and professionally. It's a management program made up of employees.
I think the 5S system, 5X system, is the most important system we have.
Yes. And I will give you an example about the 5S program. Imagine that I am an auditor and I am also a bunch harvester. So I get in my cell phone the checklist to audit your office. So I am the bunch harvester and you are my manager. So I go to your office and I will execute this checklist and I will look for anything that is not going well, just like a broken light or a dirty room or maybe a garbage throwaway in the wrong place. So even though you are my manager, I can point what you are doing wrong. And then I ask you, have you ever seen a relationship between managers and employees like this? Our internal Kaizen system promotes engagement. The philosophy is your idea improves your company and work. It values collaborators contributing with innovative ideas, promoting development. We have team suggestion goals. This year, until October, we have 2,239 suggestions launched and 940 suggestions implemented. So collaborators can suggest improvements directly in the app, and the suggestions will be approved by its users. As I said before, the suggestions will be approved during the meetings. More than anything else, it's an engagement program.
We are very happy to see very simple people improving your work and your environment.
Yes, this is the concept of autonomy. So all development and actions are carried out in groups. Relationships are the driving force for the human development. Therefore, the most important autonomy aspect is the team composition. The team itself indicates employees to work for the company. The whole team helps to integrate and welcome the new employee. Collaborators handle admissions and dismissions through periodic human evaluations to measure engagement. If a team feels someone is unengaged, they can request removal. and this brings coherence and trust to relationships. And good relationships stimulate development. Because as we stay most of our time in the company, we need to have a good environment. And the relationships and the people who we live with and who we work with must be good people. And we must have a good relationship inside the groups. Our professional certification system ensures collaborators' autonomy and security. Certified collaborators develop activities autonomously, fostering engagement and satisfaction. Practical and theoretical tests are applied for each activity the employee will perform. We have found out that more than giving people the ability to execute the activity, we found out that people feel belonged and feel valued throughout the professional certificates. Many of our employees have a very simple life, and many of them have not even finished school. So to have a certificate makes them feel valued.
Maybe it's the first certificate in their lives for many of our employees.
So there are many important points for humanized management, but two of them are the most important. First, the system, a well-developed software. And second, leadership, high-quality leadership. So the Sitio Barreiras system is a software vital for the integrated management, providing team members with autonomy, transparency, and real-time data. They can record progress, access results on their mobile device, and make decisions independently. This enhances security, flexibility, and autonomy, eliminating reliance on managers for task execution and status updates. The system has been designed and developed internally with the support of the intelligence nucleus. And it features several modules, including the 5S, Kaizen, meeting management, audits, and others. So this is a very strong aspect in Sitio Barreiras, the digital feature. The second most important aspect for humanized management is that the leaders must have value and not power. I repeat, leaders must have value and not power. Our leaders support team development and mission accomplishment. To ensure quality of the leaders, periodic evaluations are applied to monitor their progress. Leaders are evaluated by their subordinates, who are best positioned to assess their performance. So every human evaluation is always from the bottom to the top, and never from the top to the bottom. Also, the human evaluation are applied horizontally. So always horizontally or from the bottom to the top, and never from the top to the bottom.
Falar sobre que o líder pode ser.
Also, the leaders can be removed throughout the request from the people who works in the BMUs. The BMUs have the autonomy to choose their leaders. And it's very interesting because as I was born here and I have lived all my life here, I have seen many leaders going out of the company, even though they were very good technically. But as they could not handle the lack of power, that Sitio Barreiras does not allow power. So I have seen many good leaders, I mean, good technical leaders going out. But we give, first, the message is very clear for the leaders. When they get in the company, they know it. And also we give the psycho assistance, psychologist assistance to help the leadership development.
In a dynamic world full of challenges, we can adopt through humanization.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be sharing with you our work and our experience.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for your presentation. We already have some questions here, and I would like to read for you. And so the first one, I think it's linked to the second. Anthony give us his question. Is how do you vet the suggestions to ensure that the key ones are executed, or how you can prioritize the ideas to make it, to have the main one executed, and how do you prevent the high number of suggestions from creating administrative work? So it's something I think you can explain to them.
Nós damos muita autonomia e auditamos, então, o próprio grupo.
So as we give autonomy and responsibility, they can suggest, but they will also be audited. So this is how we ensure that the suggestion will be applied and that people will actually use the suggestions. I hope I have answered your question.
Anota também se ele não cumprir.
Another important aspect is the BMU notes, because they have notes here, grades, that indicates the level and that contributes for the motivation programs is impacted by the suggestion notes. And if they do not use the suggestion correctly, it will be ensured by the auditors and it will impact the notes.
Yeah. And if I can make a compliment, Felipe, sorry, is that
yes,
all the suggestions come through the app, and it will appear for the BMU leaders. So once you have 89 basic management units, this number of suggestion is it's less, it's lower, it's low for each one of the leaders. So you can dilute the administrative issue, right?
Yes, that's right. And as a manager, I can tell you that it is a lot of work, administrative work, to analyze and to follow up every suggestion and to make sure that every suggestion will be implemented.
But this is your work, because
yes,
you don't need make supervision. This is your work, is to support the group.
Yes, as a manager, as we do not supervisor, we are not supervisor, we have time to doing this.
Yeah, nice. So we have another one. It's from Madhu, I guess is the pronunciation. Thank you for a wonderful presentation. How do you ensure that discussions are conducted with respect for people, recognizing that not everyone may have the skills to provide feedback effectively. Additionally, how do we address personal agendas that might interfere with the overall benefit of the company? How to avoid that people give ideas that will just good for them and not for the company?
You mean the suggestions?
Yeah, I'm giving a suggestion that is only good for me, Bruno. How you can make a like a filter to to this kind of
Okay,
ideas?
I get you. Okay, so the suggestions will be approved throughout the meetings, and the meetings are in groups. So the group need to approve the suggestion.
Yeah, very nice. Uh, and now for Gwendo, very unique system. Well done. How are the different management units coordinated? Is there an overall management team?
An overall management team?
Yeah, for you, Felipe, as the manager, you have you have to support all the teams that you have, and then in the
Yes,
BMUs, right? So you
right.
have the manager's team to
Conta
give
seu pai?
them this
Despesa seu pai.
support. He's asking about how the different BMUs are coordinated, how they can work as a team together.
Okay, I get you. So there are units, just like I am a manager of one unit. I am the manager of a banana farm, and inside this banana farm, there are many BMUs. So they work together to accomplish to accomplish one big mission, that is to produce good quality fruits. And as a manager, my purpose is to help them to develop and to help them to accomplish their mission.
You have 3 coordinators.
Also, to support the teams, we have 3 coordinators.
Each one has more or less 10 BMUs. We have 3 levels, 3 levels in a farm, banana farm.
And actually, I am a farmer manager, but there are also the administrative manager and the logistic manager. And as a farmer manager, I manage also the kitchen. So I have a coordinator for the kitchen, and I have a coordinator for the energy and water supply. So we have many BMUs in different environments.
Yeah, so it consisted basically in very small groups with a high level of autonomy.
High
And
level of
it's
autonomy.
hard to understand. I think now I know a little bit more because I went to the Gamba with you. It's something different, very different what you do. So I think we have time for one more question. It's also from Madhu. Could you provide more details about the software system so we can explore creating a similar solution for other companies?
It's important that we develop internally. The people who develop knows very well our environment work.
Good.
Yeah, it's 100% homemade and with a lot of customizations, but the idea we can spread through the management system.
One important aspect is that we have an intelligence nucleus made with software developers and an engineer process.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So thank you very much. We can see Christopher again. So I think
Hello, Bruno. Hello, guys.
our time is
Hello,
up.
Christopher.
So
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
very
for sharing the story. great story with the farm, lean happening there everywhere, agribusiness. So now actually